ನಾನು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲೀಡರ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is clear.
Yes sir, show.
Yes sir, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ sir.
Thank you. We were discussing about teams and team formation, and along with that reasons for conflicts in the team, and at the end quality effective teams we have discussed. To make a team to work effectively and to make the team members to contribute their best in order to realize the objectives for which the team has been formed, the role of the leader is very significant. Even if you consider a classroom as a teamwork, there the role of the teacher determines the fate of the class. There is a popular saying in English, the speed of the train depends on the speed of the engine. It is the engine speed that determines of the trains. Just like that, no ideology, no ism, no political theory can solve the problems of any country. Only good leadership. And that good leadership need not be always in politics. Leaders are everywhere. We, the teachers, are the undesignated leaders of the society. The society looks at the teachers with high expectations because the quality of any community depends on the quality of the teachers. I've been repeatedly telling a teacher's job is to create goes wrong. The first question people ask is, who taught you? Who taught you? Incidentally, I and you are in this profession. Along with our academic commitment of teaching the subjects with which we are concerned, the disciplines with which we are concerned, we need to set an example in front of the students to emulate certain qualities, certain characteristics from us as their role models. In order to do that, it is not enough if you are extremely good in your subject alone. To be good in your subject is essential. Wrong? As a teacher, your job is to set right type of examples and to motivate students to contribute their full potential for learning, for developing their future career, and to emerge as responsible citizens of the nation. On that score, I will be talking to you in this session. In the earlier session, I just made a casual attempt to tell you what is teamwork, how important to understand people, and how to make people to work for us. Now, let me take you towards leadership and leadership qualities. Again, my appeal to you people is that if you cannot follow me, take the liberty to ask the questions so that we can reach out to each other. What is this leadership? The process of influencing people and providing them an environment for achieving team or organizational goals. You can look into what I read. Leadership is a process. Leaders may be the individuals. The process, it's a spirit that influences people to set an environment, to come out with objectives for their life and to work in order to achieve those objectives. Objectives, individual objectives and the organization objectives. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಫೋನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂಗಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. The process of influencing people and providing an environment for them to achieve team or organizational goal. Team or organizational goals can be achieved only when individuals feel that organizational goal synchronizes with my personal goal, my individual goals. We are all teachers, and I said we are undesignated leaders. We are all teaching not just to teach or not just to improve the society, not just for building the nation. Along with this, our life is also connected. We are all earning our bread and butter through this. Our individual objectives are realized through the achievement of the academic objectives for which we have been appointed. And we see our success through the success of our students, success of our institutions, our universities. Therefore, leadership is a process of influencing people and providing an environment for them to achieve goals. Who is a catalyst? Catalyst is the change agent. Something that alters, something that changes the content, combination, and the output of a process. In life, business, matter, leadership is something like the catalyst who changes the situation. So, for instance, a country's fate depends on the leader's quality. I'm repeating, no ideology, no ism, no political theory can solve the problems of underdeveloped nations. Only good leaders can do that. Where are these leaders? Leaders are everywhere, not necessarily in politics. We need good leaders in academics, sports, leaders in religious practices, leaders in science and technology. Everywhere we need leaders. But a leader is one who acts as the change agent, because of whom something new happens, something unpredicted happens, something much awaited is going to happen. Therefore, he is a catalyst who transforms potential into reality. Potential is our capability. Good leader can only convert that capability into reality. India is said to be.
Anand,
ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋರು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನೀವೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Hello. As I was telling, potential, converting potential into reality. India is said to be a nation, a rich country inhabited by poor people. A rich country because our natural resources are huge. A rich country because our youngsters are in large number. APJ Abdul Kalam had said by 2020 India will become a superpower. For him to say so, the reason was his prediction that by 2020 India will become young. Percent of the India's population is going to be made up of people in the age group of 18 to 35. That youth are the real asset of any nation. And because of that youthfulness, we can stream of demographic dividend. demographic dividend will come because of the high percentage of youngsters that we are having in our country in all sectors. Incidentally, directly connected with these youngsters, people in the age group of 18 to 35 are normally going to be in the colleges and the universities. You have an opportunity, like me also, to interact with these young minds. It is the targets that we set, the motivation that we create, and the inspirations that we give that molds the future of these youngsters and in turn the nation. Therefore, every teacher is expected to act like a full-fledged leader. As I told you, leadership need not be always in the form of giving big slogans, speeches, etc. It should be by making people to imitate us, by making people to take the routes or the path that we have taken for their life by setting a standard for them. Therefore, in that context, I think once again it is relevant for my young teachers to know about this. That's why I'm talking about this leadership. Further, leadership is a collectively networked virtual force with powers flowing from jointly created and shared vision. Jointly created. See, we have been appointed as teachers by the government, by the management, by the society, and accepted by our students. So that it is a shared responsibility of everybody to work for realizing the vision, shared vision. I already told you, vision is to convert the potential into reality. APJ Abdul Kalam said, by 2020, India will become superpower. We are already sitting on 2025, another 5 years remaining. If we go in the present pace, present speed, with the present mindset, forget about becoming the superpower. Even we cannot be the second superpower in the world. What is to be done? Our job is to channelize. Our job is to direct. Our job is to motivate students or the youngsters to become patriotic in their approach and dedicated in their work and involved in scientific development of the resources based on the natural gifts that India has. Therefore, leadership is the ultimate reason for the success or failure of any country. We, the teachers, have that obligation on us to work as leaders, though we are not given any designations as leaders. My question to you is based on this. Do you see yourself as a leader? Have you been serving in a leadership capacity? If so, in what ways? Again, I will give an opportunity for you. If anybody would like to answer this question, you can talk to me. I will just stop it for a second or a minute. Do you see yourself as a leader? Introspection. Think yourself, am I discharging any duties of a leader, either in the classroom, in the college, or in the society? In what capacity? How I am a leader?
Of course, yes, sir. Because as you mentioned, the leadership is like leader acts as a catalyst. Because when we stand in front of students or learners, we definitely stand there to change their mindset from prior to that and after our class.
I could hear only
We do stand.
part of your presentation. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಡಿಫೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದವರಲ್ವಾ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡಿದವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್. My question to you is, do you see yourself as a leader?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How?
Yes, sir. Since we are working as a teacher here, we have the greater responsibility of shaping the life of learners. So, in
Okay.
that terms, I consider myself as a leader.
Excellent, excellent. This is Chennamma Hall, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I was looking for you. I was looking for you on the screen. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Keep it up.
Oh,
See,
okay, thank you.
you are a leader. All of us are leaders. But I have some description for you to say whether you are a leader or not. You are a leader because the role of a leader is to take people on journeys where they have not been before. A leader's job is just like that of a tourist guide, a driver of a vehicle, to take the people away and to show them the new places that they have not seen. It is not necessarily in the literal sense of a tour. Life itself is a tour. In the life tour, when you take people towards a new destination, a new goal, a new place, you can be called a leader. Remember, normally leaders are those who are not comfortable with the status quo, who always try to do something new, who hate of the situation. I repeat, hate and instinctively challenge the status quo. Status quo means allowing the things as they are without making efforts to change them, alter them, make them good. The moment you are thinking like changing the situation, altering the situation, you will become a leader unknowingly. You are a leader if you have these characteristics. What are the characteristics? You know you are a leader if you feel you can do things better than somebody who is doing it, and know how to do that better without offending those in authority. Just imagine that I am talking to you, and if you think you can, though you are not officially asked for deliver a lecture, though you are a participant to listen on the other side, you will make use of this opportunity to put forth your idea without breaking the rules, without offending anybody, without insulting, humiliating anybody. You can say that, sir, I have a better idea. Shall I share it with you? Leaders normally break the ice. It is not only the ice also. The leaders are those who make the path to a pathless place. Where there is no road, leaders will make the road. That too, beginners, beginners make the road. Later on, people will walk upon it. New teachers will think of alternatives. We have been traditional teachers. We enjoy whatever we are doing hitherto. But the new ones, youngsters, must come out with something new. See, how hello. Excuse me.
Hello, sir. So once again, you have to explain the leader's trait and instinctively challenges
1 second.
the status quo. Is there no, sir? That is the seconds. Hello, sir.
As I cannot hear you. Some disturbance is there, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm also getting some disturbance, sir, from others.
Participants,
That is
participants.
instinctively challenged, sir. That is
Pardon
once
me?
one. That is second. That is second status. Is there no, sir? The instinctively challenges and the status quo. That is
What is this? Hello?
So I'm getting disturbance, sir.
Hello?
Sir, somebody by name Nema has not muted, sir. It is due to her mistake we are getting disturbance.
I think now the disturbance is stopped. I have muted from my side.
Yes, sir, it is. There is no disturbances.
Cooperate with us. This is not the way. Many a time it has become inevitable for us to be online, and unless you participate, it will never become a successful interaction. Okay, bear with us. I was telling you are a leader better and know how to do them better without offending those in authority. Followed by that, you are a leader who are comfortable being challenged. What does it mean? Being challenged means you are a leader when somebody threatens you, somebody challenges you, somebody insults you, somebody makes negative comments about you and try to destabilize you. When somebody challenges you, if you are comfortable, it is an indication that inside you there is a leadership quality. You are a leader if you are comfortable being under authority. What does under authority means? Under authority means you have no power. You are not the principal. You are not the HOD. You are a junior teacher, but you have to do something big, which, but still, you are not looking for the designation. You are trying to do the best that you could do without disturbing the system, without insulting, humiliating anybody, because you want to bring some change. That quality is the leadership quality. You need not have to have a banner on your forehead to say that I am a leader, I am a master. Not necessary. You are a leader if you are comfortable with crediting other people for things you helped them to accomplish. See, the greatness of the teachers are that when somebody achieved something because of your advice, because of your support, because of your suggestion, despite of the fact that you helped them to achieve, you appreciate, you give them the 100% credit. You congratulate them. Oh, you become a gold medalist. You did an achievement in the competitive examination. You have become something big in your life. And you never say that it is because of me it had happened. A real leader is one who appreciates the achievements of others despite of his support or encouragement he had given for them. That is what leadership quality. Therefore, think of these characters. If you have these characters within you, without any hesitation, you can assume that I have some leadership spirit inside me. What are the functions of a leader? What do we expect from leaders? Let it be in politics, classroom, sports. A team leader need to do something. What he is expected to do? The first thing is, the leader's job is to inspire the group members. You must be an inspiration. A teacher must be the inspiration for students inside the class. There's a popular saying, an average teacher teaches. A poor teacher blames the student. A good teachers inspire the students. You must make the teachers to come to the class first. This is the biggest challenge before the teachers today. Believe me, normal. I am using the word new normal, which became popular during COVID. What is the new normal? New normal is empty classrooms. New normal is dead classrooms. Empty classrooms means empty chairs, empty benches. Dead classrooms means there may be students sitting in the benches, but nobody is talking, nobody is thinking, nobody is listening. Only bodies are there. How to make these dead classes live? How to inspire students to fill the empty classes? That is the challenge before the teachers today. Regardless of your scholarliness in your subject, however intelligent you are in your field, unless students come to learn from you, what is the use? Unless there are listeners, what is the use that you are a big speaker, great orator? The first challenge before the teachers is to inspire the students, motivate them to come to the classes. To motivate them to come to the classes, you should understand what are they looking for. What do they expect from us? If I tell the same thing that is printed in the textbook, if I tell the same thing that is available on the internet, Google, if there is no difference, why should the students should come to me? It is waste of time, waste of their youth and energy. Therefore, there must be something different, something extra, something special that students must get from. Nobody will come to us. Therefore, we must be an inspiration for them. Only inspired people can inspire others. You must love the job that you are doing. You must respect the job that you are doing. You must enjoy what you are doing. I think I'm reaching you. If anybody don't like my comments, you can charge me like anything. Unless you enjoy what you are doing, you cannot reach out to people. Love you. You are all young teachers, either by choice or by chance. You are into academics. Love your job. Enjoy your teaching. Be comfortable with your students. Keep open mind all the time to learn new things with an intention to share it with the next generation. That will make you a successful teacher, and that will make you to enjoy your job. Forget about rest of the things. Things will happen. But you must enjoy what you are doing. You can give justice and you can achieve something big only when you love what you are doing. So that first function of a leader is to be an inspiration for others. That means the group members, in our case, it is none other than our students, our communities, the society, and the nation at large. Because the nation looks at us with opened eyes, a lot of things. Cooperation. Second thing, in order to do anything, you cannot do it alone. You have to make everybody to contribute for that. Don't blame the society. Many a time, people may not be knowing what you are doing. You have to talk to them. You must convince them and try to get the cooperation. Nothing can be achieved alone. A leader's greatness lies in securing the cooperation of the fellow followers, fellow citizens of the nation. Try to get the cooperation from anybody and everybody for the proposed task of yours. Third important function of a leader is to create confidence. whether it is a battle or business. It is the confidence that makes people to win. When a war is declared, it is the leader's confidence that ultimately works. If you are confident, you can inspire people. You can motivate. Inside the classroom, when you say something, you need to be confident. That confidence will come only through your preparedness, understanding, hard work. Please, someone who has unmuted, mute it. It creates some sound. The next function of a leader is to create and provide a conducive environment for setting goals. Create an ambience. A classroom is a situation wherein you have to create an ambience where everybody will feel that this is my class, my teacher, she is my teacher. I can make my voice. I will get what I want from what I deserve here. So that create an environment where everybody feels that they can also contribute their best for achieving the purpose. Organizing and coordinating. A leader's job is to organize. Organize means scattered things, unorganized things, bit of pieces must be pulled together, assembled together to make it a sensible shape or a picture. The job of a leader is that. Somebody may be good in talking, somebody may be good in playing, somebody good in cricket, someone is good in football, somebody is good in reading and writing, somebody is interested in academics, somebody is interested in cultural activities. A leader has to coordinate appropriately all these activities, when to accommodate whom, how to give an opportunity for whom. These thoughts must come to the leader, because he is the custodian of everybody. He or she is the custodian of everybody. Coordinating and organizing. Motivating. Motivation is an act of creating interest, inclination, inspiring people. How to motivate? There is a popular saying, motivation, fire within an individual that puts him into action. If the fire is inside, no problem. If there are self-motivated people, no problem. But many a time, all are not self-motivated. The average person needs somebody's push or pull. Motivation is the push or the pull that puts somebody into action. When somebody did good work, appreciate it. When somebody needs encouragement, encourage it. When somebody is on the wrong path, tell them that you are wrong. Suggest them the corrective measures. If they don't listen, punish them when it becomes inevitable within your limit. I'm telling you, within the limit. Know your limit. Don't take the law into your hands. But you should make the other person to understand that I don't appreciate this, I don't like this. A good leader is one who appreciates the good work and punishes the negative one. Punishment must be appropriate. Punishments must be reasonable, legal. Motivation is an act of inducing people, inspiring people, making them to work. Controlling. When all these things fail, the last resort remains in the hands of a leader is to control. Controlling is an act of setting standard and expecting people to follow the standards and to avoid deviations. When I set standard, I make the people to walk upon it. This is the straight line, walk upon it. If you go above or below, it is violation of the rule. Don't do that. So that control becomes the last, it should become the last resort, because nobody likes to be controlled by anybody. Some people may not deserve freedom because of their unpreparedness to accept and enjoy freedom. Freedom must be given to people who are matured enough to enjoy their freedom. When they don't deserve freedom, we need to control them. Sometimes we have to threaten them. Sometimes we have to create fear in their mind for good cause. Otherwise, they are not matured enough. If they are grown to that level of independence, empowerment, give them the liberty to be on their own. These are the functions of a leader. And we, the teachers, invariably, every day, we have to discharge our duties like this. There is another question. Leaders means, normally people think it is the popular people, big people. Leadership is the character of most successful people, or like something like that. General question. Our job is not only to work as leader, but also to create leaders. In the colleges and the universities, we are preparing the future leaders for the country, not only the citizens. The future citizens are the future leaders of the country. We must understand what makes a leader. To tell our young students also how to become a leader. Normally, there is a wrong notion that leaders are rich, leaders are smart, leaders are intelligent, something like that. So that we must tell them how to become a leader and what makes a leader. It's a general belief that are those who have a lot of money, who are highly educated, who come from a popular family, that is pedigree, beliefs, actions, personalities, looks. Sometimes, many a time people think, oh, to be a leader, one should have an appropriate look or appearance, physique, something like that. Connections, network, work ethics, chance. Sometimes people become a leader by chance. These are all what makes leaders. And if you go for searching for a definition to understand leadership, leaders are those who are powerful and influential. Normally, leaders are intelligent. They are the people who have the capacity to mobilize people and resources to work towards the common purpose. They are the people who can bring and effectuate positive change. Everybody can make a change. When the change is positive, you will be called a leader. If the change is negative, you will become a villain. The difference between villain and the hero is how do you affect others. If you are positively affecting somebody, you will become a leader, you will become a hero. Otherwise, you are a villain. People of high values. These are people of high values, standards, and ethical role models. It is because of their ethical role modelness they become leaders. And people believe that leaders are well known and famous. The question is whether they become famous because of their leadership or whether they become leaders because of their famousness. It is interconnected. Leaders are those who operate with a mixture of formal and informal authority. This is the definition I wanted to highlight more. Leaders are those. Good moderate. Leaders are those who work with formal and informal authority. Formal authority means something, power, authority you get because of your designation, because of your position. Informal authority you get because of your bondage and emotional reasons. Sometimes a junior teacher may be very popular among the students than the senior most and the principal or the CEO himself. Then they will ask, who is the boss here? Whether you are the boss or I am the boss. The difference between boss and the leader is that boss always speaks in terms of designation, authority, rules, and restrictions. Whereas a leader always speaks about the people, emotions, welfare, well-being, courtesy, connections, things like that. Therefore, a true leader is one who works with a mixture of both formal and informal authority. Formally, a designation is given to us. Yes, you are there as a member of the faculty. You are there as a member of the committee. That is enough. Informally, you can work for the betterment, for changing and bringing things that you like in the way. That makes you a leader. The difference between the boss and the leader is that boss always asks for an order, whereas a leader never asks for an order. He thinks of the need of the situation. If it is needed, he will do that. Never look for a order from the boss. Okay. Next, what makes a leader? How does the leaders emerge? Leadership emerges. There are different types of leaders. Leaders are the result of their reciprocal action. Reciprocal means it is the situation. For the situation, how do you react? That makes you a leader. When everybody is keeping mum, somebody opens the mouth, will become a leader. When everybody is simply listening to me, somebody who says, sir, we cannot follow you. Sir, this is not the way. Tell us something new. Whoever opens the mouth and talk, he or she becomes the leader. Leaders are those who reciprocates, who give it back, who responds. There are different types of leaders, transactional leaders and transformational leaders. Transactional leaders are those who emerge and take up the task of completing the task, who believe in completing the work, unmindful of their quality, their impact, etc. Transformational leaders are those who wish to bring something new, some changes, some visible results they would like to bring. They become leader. When somebody is not happy with the present content, he thinks of something new. As I told you, leaders normally hate status quo. Leaders always try to bring something new. They are the catalyst. They are the change agents. Those who try to bring change will become the leaders. And followed by that, getting cooperation and getting adapted to the situation calls for leadership. When nobody is doing, if you are the first person to use it, adapt it, you will become the leader. So that leaders are those who become leaders because of their actions. Now I am going to tell you what are the qualities of good leaders. It can also apply to good teachers. What makes a good teacher? Can be, I am repeating just to remind you, leaders can be anywhere and everywhere. It can be in sports, it can be in politics, it can be in religion, it can be in academics, it can be in the family life. Leaders are everywhere. What are their qualities? Who is a good leader? The first quality, they will have a personal drive. Personal drive means there is a reason inside them that nobody will influence, nobody will force, nobody will push them. They themselves have a reason. And they said, I thought of doing it, I did it. I liked it, I did it. I'm not convincing anybody. I try to convince myself. That's why I did it. That's the original quality of a leader. A desire to lead. It is my internal desire, personal drive that made me to lead. Leaders must have self-confidence. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. To believe in yourself, you should know yourself properly. Self-management is the best management. One who can manage himself can manage the world. One who can think properly can make others to think in his direction. Self-confidence comes out of your understanding of yourself. Many a time, people will ask a question, what do you know about you? What do you think of you? Do you know what you are? Do you know what you are? Do you know your strength? Do you know your capability? And we don't know ourselves. We waste our time for knowing about others. We waste our time for talking about others, unmindful of what we are. A good leader is one who knows about himself. Make an introspection. Identify your positive characters. Dwell upon it. Identify your negative characters. Try to get out of them. Try to avoid them. That's what the quality of a good leader. When you are capable of understanding yourself, you will become self-confident. And a self-confident person will never fail, never demotivated, never disturbed. He will be always optimistic. even at the time of misery, normal. That is what true education. Abraham Lincoln once said, teach my son something that makes you not a new face in the crowd. My student should not become a new face in the crowd. Somebody different, somebody special, somebody unique. What can make him different from others, You should know what is right and wrong. If possible, teach my son to rise above the feelings of defeat and victory. Not feel shame by the tears that fall by losing something. Make him to rise above the feelings of defeat and victory. Then only I will accept that he is educated. We are all teachers going to educate youngsters. We must make our students to be like a true personality. Defeat, success, they are all part of life. And many a time these days, students are not optimistic, not so powerful in taking risks. They cannot withstand a small criticism. Let the whole world criticize me. Abraham Lincoln said, make my son to be bold. Make him to be different from others. Even if the whole world calls him mad, he must have pride in his own deeds. Make my son to have pride in his own deeds, even if the whole world calls him mad. That is what makes him to be different. So that my sincere point is to tell you that let there be self-confidence. You have chosen this profession. Make an introspection. What are the required qualities I have? What qualities of mine are not matching here? Where to make alterations? Say, for instance, teaching is a job that involves too much of talking, too much of reading, too much of interaction, calls for too much of patience. All of us may not be blessed with this, but we have to cultivate this. What is not matching with this profession, that we have to reduce. We have to get out of that. I think I'm reaching you. You have chosen a profession where you have to talk. If you say, I don't like talking, no, you have to read a lot and interpret it differently. You are the true teacher, true student now. Every batch of students are your judges. Every batch of students will judge you. And their comments after completing the course speaks about your real worth, not during the course. Believe me. Self-confidence comes out of preparation. Prepare well, read well, learn more. If you have more, you can share. You are into knowledge business. Knowledge is something that never remains static. Today's knowledge will become outdated tomorrow, and day after tomorrow it is going to be history. Every day new things are happening. Unless you are updated, unless you go to the class with the latest on hand, you will become redundant and you will become another new face in the crowd. Already 10 teachers are there, you are the 11th teacher. I don't want you to be the 11th person only. You must be something different, something special. Hope I am reaching you. For that, what do you need? Knowledge of your business. Knowledge of your business means what subject you are teaching, that is your business. Teaching is your business. Know about it. What are the latest methods of teaching? Latest gadgets that you can use, technology that you can use. Today, there is a big threat to teachers through the modern technology, particularly artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence cannot be a substitute for teachers, but to some extent, it can challenge the teachers. Students are well prepared ChatGPT will make the students to complete the assignments, write the answers on their own with the help of a gadget. Your answers, your presentations must be something better than the ChatGPTs, something better than the artificial intelligence. From where to get that? You cannot create anything. You are not the creator, but you can make things different, things better. Yourself well versed with the modern technology, modern tools. You must also be able to use the artificial intelligence for preparing for the classes. After the preparation, think differently. Predict what next, which the machine cannot predict. A teacher cannot be replaced by any technology, believe me. Cannot have the emotion. Machine cannot have the smile naturally. Machine cannot understand the ability of an average student who cannot follow you. The difficulty of a student who cannot follow the language that you are speaking. Sufferings of a poor student who is sitting in front of you with an empty stomach. Can you follow me? Machine cannot replace you. Therefore, know the business that you are doing. Your business is teaching. Teaching is a sacred thing. It is a noble task. It's a man-making task. Teach. I don't think otherwise. Unlike other professions, teachers have no chance to make mistakes. Society expects a lot from you. That is why in India, teachers are called Guru. Guru is the biggest planet, Jupiter. Guru is the biggest planet in the solar system. It is named like that because we have so much of respect for Guru. Anybody can go wrong, not the Guru. Remember this, there is a popular saying, if a doctor commits a mistake, that mistake will be buried. If a doctor commits a mistake, at the most what happens, patient will die. When the patient dies, he will be buried. If a lawyer commits a mistake, what the most? That mistake will be hanged. That is the highest penalty. If a lawyer commits a mistake, his client may lose the case and he may be hanged. But if a teacher commits the mistake, what happens? If a teacher commits the mistake, it will spread from generation to generation. It will spoil the society. Therefore, teachers cannot afford to commit mistakes at all. We must be always on the right path. That is the reason we are respected so much and we are given so much of facilities. Say, for instance, the salaries that we are getting these days is not that small to call ourselves as the poor teachers, as our ancestors used to call. We are not that poor teachers today. We are paid sufficiently, but we have to discharge duties and give justice for what we are doing. Further, this job calls for creativity and originality in thinking. Be creative. Think differently. Try to come out with something new, some new answers for the old problems. Old problems or the new problems cannot be solved with old solutions. Come out with something new. Creativity is called for. Creativity is nobody's property. Don't underestimate yourself. If you mind, you can do something new. If you mind, you can rise to the occasion. Don't underestimate. Get out of inferior complex, if any, with which you are suffering. And superior complex is also not good. Believe me. Too much of superior complex, makes you useless. So that be practical, be realistic, rise to the occasion, be original. Followed by that, positive affectivity. Positive affectivity means whatever you are doing that should help somebody, that should give some good result. Because of you, if a poor student become a graduate, because of you, a rural student become employed, because of you, a girl got empowered. What else you want as your success? I think I am reaching you. If I am not, you can charge me. Followed by that, to be a leader, you should have a charishma. You can pronounce it like charisma also. It is charishma. You need to be a charismatic leader. Presentable. Be normal. You need to be a role model for the students. The way you talk, the way you dress, the way you walk are all imitated by your students. Remember, children will never listen to what you say, but they imitate what you do. Children are children only. Even if they are 18 years, 20 years, boys and girls in your colleges, your actions, your do's and don'ts will be remembered and imitated by those students. If you are really an influencer, otherwise they will forget you. They don't remember you at all. If you wish to make them remember you, you should have an admirable personality. That personality need not be because of the six pack or because of the beauty. No. It is not the external beauty. It is your total personality, your outlook, your commitment. How can you impress? If you see somebody, though they may not be that beautiful, people should feel like respecting you, obeying you, not make fun out of it. Followed by that, flexibility and adaptiveness. You need to be flexible. All the time you cannot be the boss. All the time you cannot be right. Be practical, realistic, and flexible to the situation. Cognitive ability means your mental capacity. Keep a fresh mind. A teacher's mind needs to be always free and fresh. Hundreds of worries, tensions, anxieties, but you cannot shout at the students. You need to be always with a smiling face. Smiling with a lot of worry in mind, is not an easy task. Painful smiles. Don't show your pain outside. The moment you got into the class, you need to become a different person. Forget the home for some time. I am the one who tell you that our happiest moments are always inside the class, not outside the class. The moment you go out of the class, normal things will happen. Somebody likes, somebody dislikes, worries, tensions, anxieties. But inside the class, you can enjoy. Try to enjoy what you are doing. Love your job. Be happy with your students. Give them the role model. So that cognitive ability. To do all this, you need to be honest, and your integrity must not be questionable. Be honest. Be honest to yourself. Whether the world appreciates you or not, that's a secondary thing. You must appreciate yourself. At the end of the day, when you go to bed, you must feel that I have not committed anything wrong. I am sincere. I am honest. I cannot bow my head in front of anybody. If such a feeling is there, you can become a leader. You can become a true teacher. You have already become a teacher by designation. But only thing, you have to inculcate the qualities of a teacher leader, a leader teacher. I'm not joking. Empathy. Empathy is the most important thing that everybody needs to inculcate. Empathy means ability to understand the feelings of others. When you talk to people, you must be able to read the minds of others just like reading a book. That is what called empathy. If I were in this position, what would have been my reaction? You must be able to think like that. So that as a teacher, you should empathize. Pain. Pain is the same for everybody. Enjoyment is the same for everybody. Emotion is the same for everybody. You must, when you understand the emotions and pains of others, you will become a true leader. Followed by that, vision and foresight. Leaders all the time think about a long distance, not immediate benefits. Believe me, If you are a true teacher, students will not appreciate you before you inside the class. After completing the course, they will say, because of that teacher, I became something in life. Don't look for pampering. Don't look for appreciations. Appreciation, if people come and give only rosy pictures and sugar-coated words for you, that's not good. They must remember you when they go out of the college. They must think of you and your contribution when they become independent. Everybody will realize that. Don't look for short-term gains. Think of long-lasting results. That is what vision. What do you want to do? How do you want to be remembered after another 5 years, 10 years? What do you want to do for this nation in the long run? Forget about today. That is what leadership qualities. As I was telling, for teachers, the most important thing is, first thing is knowledge of self. Know yourself. Identify your positive characters, negative characters. Don't worry about the negative things. Get out of them. Try to reduce them. Negative thoughts. Have a vision. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to change in the system? Don't think I'm an ordinary teacher. Teachers can do wonders. Don't think I'm helpless, powerless. No. Followed by that, let there be social sensitivity. Social sensitivity means whatever you do that have an implication on the society. You are not in isolation. You are in the society where there are people around you. Think of the people. What is my implications? And something, how does it affect the society positively and negatively? Always care for the society. That's what a teacher's job. As I told you, if a teacher commits a mistake, that will spread from generation to generation. You cannot afford to do that. Society looks at teachers with a different set of mind. Social sensitivity is the most prominent thing. You should have the ability to impress on others. How can you impress? To impress on others, you need not have to do drama. Be practical, be realistic, prove to yourself, be trustworthy, think of the good for everybody. Automatically, you will become a leader. You will become a successful teacher. Don't worry too much about publicity, propaganda, popularity. Those things will come naturally when you deserve it. Without deserving, if you aspire for that, that leads to only sadness, bitterness, insult, humiliations. Using the sixth sense. Sixth sense is your emotional intelligence. Sixth sense is your emotional intelligence. Be emotionally intelligent to understand the feelings, emotions of others. Imagine the most probable consequence of what's happening. That makes you intelligent among others. It is not only the intelligence, it is the intuition sometimes give good result. And more than anything, integrity. Integrity is something that puts you different from others. You can confidently say, I am not like everybody. I am different. My style is different. I am unique. I am special. To say that, you should have these qualities. I don't take your much time. I will take you. Excuse me. You have to handle the class in such a way that the classroom will give an important opportunity for all the students to mold their future. What is the role of a leader in managing the classroom? You being a need to develop a caring, supportive relationship with and among the students inside the class. Students need to be first made to feel like a team member. They must accept that you are their teacher, you are their leader, you are their role model. Therefore, develop a caring, supportive relationship with and among the students. Organize and implement instructions in ways that optimizes students' access to learning. Optimizing students' access to learning means, as I told you already, there will be fast learning, slow learning, no learning type of students will be there. Most intelligent students will be there. Average, low level of intelligence students will be there. You should balance with all of them. One for the most intelligent and one for the least intelligent, and with an objective of matching them at one particular point, taking them together at one particular point. That is what social justice. You should ensure social justice even inside your class. Use group management methods that encourage student engagement with academic tasks. Create a group where students of all categories are together, and there is an opportunity to build oneness among them. An average student with an intelligent student can learn something. Therefore, when you make teams and team assignments, see to it that all types of students are blended together. Promote the development of students' social skills and self-regulation. You are teaching your subject, forget it. That is the mandatory thing. Teaching physics, chemistry, mathematics, commerce, history, economics, that is mandatory. You are supposed to do that. In addition to that, you need to develop socializing skills. Socializing skills are concerned with respecting the law and order, respecting the constitution, respecting the social norms, caring for the weaker sections, not self-boasting, understanding the culture, using the appropriate language in a conversation. All these things are part of social skills. I'm not elaborating. Make them to be self-regulated. Let them independently take decisions without anybody's imposition or control. That is the real maturity and citizenship that we can inculcate among our students. Use appropriate interventions to assist students who have behavior problem. Yes, it is subject to their age. Interacting with the students in the age group who are in the colleges, it's a tough task. They are neither kids nor grown-ups. If you treat them as grown-ups, we are not kids. We are also grown-ups. We know what to do, what not to do. It's a challenge for you to interact with the college students, but come out with appropriate interventions to teach them effectively and to make them realize their responsibility in the society. For that, you need to have extraordinary skills. I'm not going to elaborate too much. There is a lot to discuss, but I will tell you precisely the extraordinary skills that you need to develop as teachers. Before I conclude, I'm telling you 7 leadership competencies. The first one is self-confidence. Second one is intelligence. Third one is the knowledge of what you are doing, that is your business, and the are there. Emotional intelligence, and then integrity, drive, and leadership motivation. These are the things that you need to inculcate your day-to-day activities, which will make you to emerge as a true leader with teaching responsibilities. I'm not going to elaborate too much further. Already I've taken much of your time, but remember, leadership is a combination of 2 things. One is the strategy, other one is the character. If you are asked to be with any one of them, if you must be without one, be without strategy. but not without character. If the character is lost, everything is lost. If the strategy fails, don't worry. If the character fails, that will lead to disasters. With this, I am concluding my talk. If you have any questions,